Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you also, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world. Sorry about this. Off, 3, 2, 1, on again. I'll tell you what it was. We need take 2. Okay, my delicious babies, that does not mean in literal terms. Okay, my delicious babies, what's happened is I actually wrote something down and then I forgot the flipping name, so I had to start all over again, okay? So it's a quick video, my delicious babies. There's 2 things. One is, well, actually, there's a few things, actually. Number 1 is, this was a YouTuber called Randy Stair, okay, my delicious little babies, on YouTube, okay? You only have to type in Randy Stair, okay, as in you walk up the stairs, up, there we go, stumbling up and down the stairs, okay? Now, I've been watching a video this evening to do with this Randy, and, well, it seemed that he had, and by the way, my delicious babies, I think it's only about, 7 o'clock in the evening now, in our neck of the woods in the old UK. And yes, it is very cold, okay? It's a case where you've got to have your heating on. There we are all day, okay? My delicious babies, and I'd say for most of the night, okay? But it may differ in other parts of the old UK. Now then. So this Randy Stair, my delicious little babies, you only have to look, what's it called? Exploring. Please bear with me, my delicious babies. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Just please bear with me, please, and thank you. I'm sorry about that, my delicious babies. Yes, I did, okay? So if you could please and thank you, take a look at the uploader on YouTube, my delicious little babies, is called, okay, in the old space bar, is called Explore With Us. Explore With Us, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, this uploader happens to have very large, actually, 4.46 million subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? So that's 4.46 million, okay? So there we are, very large, okay, my delicious babies. Now, the video should read, YouTuber turned mass murderer. The insane case of Randy Stair. So I'll just repeat that again, shall I, my delicious babies? YouTuber turned mass murderer, okay, my delicious babies. It's all right, I've got a little... this little baby here, little Minnie in the Minx. Come here, baby. Come here. Well, please, just don't, okay. Okay, you can probably see a bit. Okay, she's just coming around this end. The insane case of Randy Stair. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay. And what this is talking about is a YouTuber. Okay. Oh, she's gone now, little Minnie. She's going to jump back in a comfy space, okay? It's talking about this young YouTuber, okay, my delicious babies. Now, he'd never had a physical relationship, like with a woman or, well, with anybody, okay, my delicious babies. But he seemed to get into this character called Amber, this like cartoon character called Amber, okay, my delicious baby. So in his noddle, in his mind, it's like he was having a friendship, shall we say, with this cartoon character called Amber, okay, my delicious little babies, right? Anyway, well, there was a question here as well, so I'm just going to tick this off. There was a question as well to do with his sexuality, okay? At one point, it was saying that in this video that, maybe he was a little bit confused. But what I want you to do, my delicious babies, please and thank you. To me, there we are. I found this very important. And when I say that, it was, like how Facebook is now, Okay, my delicious babies, where you know, they want you to put the old goggles on and everything else like that, you know, where you sort of, you're not looking at reality, you're looking at something else. Okay, my delicious babies, and we talked about this anyway over nearly 2 years, on and off. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, okay, this is very important, but towards the end of his life, you need to watch it, my delicious babies, and you need to watch how he's reacting and what he's saying on his videos, my delicious babies. This is really important now, okay? And towards the end, anyway, because he worked in a supermarket, anyway, he loaded 2 guns, okay? So this is the second video today mentioning a gun, okay? 2 guns, okay, so that if one failed, the other one would work, okay? And one of the young lasses there in the supermarket, you know, stacking shelves and everything with headphones in, okay, she never even heard it coming, okay, he killed her, okay? Now, the other one looked into his eyes and he looked back at her and he left her, so he spared her life, yes? He did kill somebody else as well, okay? But at the same time, there we are, he killed himself, but he actually said on the video that, well, anyway, he was going to end his life. He was not very happy at all with life, okay? But what I'm wanting you to understand here, my delicious little babies, yes, is how his noddle was working. Do you see? That's what I'm doing I'm not doing my best, I'm doing it, I'm done saying it, okay, for you to listen to, so that you could see what's going on here, okay, my delicious little babies. And however his mind has been, for some unknown reason, there we are, distorted, okay, but from what I gather, maybe he never had a lot of interaction with like man and woman, or somebody maybe his own age. He seemed to be fixated on this cartoon character Amber, okay, and this really seriously got into his noddle, into his mind, okay. Honestly, you need to watch and how he reacts to things and what he's saying. And he's also talking about that stuck in me noddle, that part of it where he was saying that, you know, yes, you know, he talks about his ones who are subscribed to him and everything, and oh yes, you know, we're going to miss you and everything. And he seemed to have a very different thought on how he's seen things, my delicious little babies. So it's really, really important to watch this video, okay, my delicious little babies. And you never know, with other videos with this channel, there we are, you may be able to get more information off of the videos, my delicious little babies. I'm just trying to help here. Now, the last one, my delicious little babies. Now then, I remember this story. There we are, going back years ago, actually, okay? Oh, God bless. This is also on YouTube, you know, in the old YouTube space, by my delicious babies. And the uploader is called, and by the way, with any of them, not in that way, not in that way, this uploader is called Disturbin, okay, my delicious little babies. So it's Disturbin, okay, my delicious little babies. The video should read, she was turned into food. Okay, my delicious babies, so I'm just gonna tick that one off now and close my book. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, and this uploader, sorry, do forgive me, I do believe, I'm pretty sure they had 663, sorry, yeah, 663,000, sorry, my delicious babies, subscribers. Okay, my delicious babies, 663,000 subscribers, I'm pretty sure, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've only looked at 2, so it's got to be, yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to close my book. She was turned into food, yes. And this is about a dear little lass called Charlene, okay, a young white lass, okay, anyway, colour doesn't matter, but I'm just talking about the fact of the matter is, okay, so, and, well, let's just put it this way, that, you know, she'd also, you know, explained to others that somebody was touching her inappropriately, the way that they should not have been touching her, do you see? But it appears that her mother had shacked up, you know, we've heard this over the decades, shacked up with a man called Bob, who appeared to severely have an addiction. Okay, my delicious baby. So what he took it upon himself to do was little bairns who were in her household, okay, well, basically to sell them, you know, for either his addiction and little Charlene, you know, and you walk the streets and everything, do you see what I mean? And, you know, to go into takeaways, shall we say, yes? And so in order for her to get food, well, it was, let's just say, an exchange of favours. Okay, my delicious little babies, if you're following me. And we're talking about a young little bairn, okay? She's only a little lass, God love her, beautiful dear little heart. This is some years ago now, okay? You're probably thinking to yourself, well, why am I talking about this, okay? Well, I'm talking about this for a very good reason, because you see, with me, I personally do not trust any of the system. I do not trust social workers. I do not trust doctors. I do not trust nurses. In fact, I do not really trust anything. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, I even went to do a social worker's course when my youngest beautiful little baby was, because I birthed my beautiful little babies, I love them both, sir, when she was 7 weeks old. Okay, my delicious little babies, and now she's 17. And something told me, and I spoke to me beautiful and delicious dear little friends at the time, and I said, no. And they said, well, why don't you want to do it, Carla? I said, I don't know. I went into it going to do that, but something said no, okay? Because with me, I'm your kind of woman there, okay? Where if I see a little bairn in need, there we are, or to help them, then with me, I'm just not your kind of woman there just to walk away. To me, my job is to take them with me. Do you understand what I mean? To protect them. And it would play on my flipping noddle and my mind constantly that they're in somewhere that they should not be. Okay, my babies, and I've also heard, there we are, the most horrendous stories, and I've known of other, God bless who have been beautiful foster carers, and then the little bairns have been returned, and the most awful things, very sadly, have happened, and very sadly, the beautiful little baby is no longer here, okay? And there we are, and this is going back decades, okay? So something told me, said no, this is not a job for you, Carla. Do you understand what I mean? Because to me, I would take it very personally. Do you see? And of course, you know, it would bring, there we are, problems, okay? So you qualify and then it brings problems because you're not towing the line or you're not doing what you should be doing, which is just leaving them in the care of certain. And to me, that just does not sit right, okay? My baby, so, but God bless this beautiful little baby. And apparently a conversation between two men, okay, was said on this video. But of course, you know, the uploader who's talking to do with this, okay, he's just saying about, you know, the story and what he's heard as well, okay? So he's not giving his take on it, he's just explaining, okay, my delicious babies. But between these two men now, that apparently a beautiful, God bless a beautiful dear little soul, and this is all in Blackpool, by the way, in the UK, my delicious babies, that, well, well, the story goes that she was made as mincemeat and then sold to the public. My delicious little babies, which of course, Blackpool, there we are, is the seaside resort. Do you see? My delicious little babies, which of course, if you look at a lot of the seaside resorts, and that's not funny, my delicious little babies, if we take a look at a lot of the seaside resorts, see, I keep stumbling because they're so beautiful, and look how they are now. Do you see, like some, who we know, are trying to keep everybody away from the seaside. Do you see? So now, God bless, for many seaside places and towns, well, they're going into decline. Okay, then you've got a lot more drugs, you've got a lot more poverty, you've got a lot more everything. Who's caused this, my delicious babies? Who's got no right to even deal with our country? America. Okay, my delicious babies, there we are. That is who it is. Not the Americans, God bless. I'm talking about someone, some bodies. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, okay? So, but our putrid governments should say no, okay? But what do? Doesn't matter. I'm not inciting anything. But there we are, somewhere down the line in the not too distant future, there we go. You can already see what's going to happen. They're going to get what the duck gives them, old-fashioned Jamaican saying, there we go, okay? Now, lastly, my delicious babies, now, I want to talk about taxis, okay? And then that's my final thing for this evening. Now, I wanted to get a taxi down the road, okay, this evening, my delicious little babies. And so, right, for those of you out there, my delicious little babies in the UK, some of you, there we are going to get me, okay, but others are not, okay? Mind you, it could be going on all over the world, do you say? But I remember back when I was what? Well, I left at 15 and I got a job as a taxi operator in it's called Five Ways, which is just at the top of Broad Street, in our neck of the woods in Brummyland, in the town centre. Well, it's not there anymore. It's all been completely bulldozed and it's all brand new with everything and everything like that. It's nothing like how it used to be. And I remember the days where, and I used to do my night shift. I used to go in there, Fridays and Saturday nights, okay? And that's the age of 15. My delicious little baby, so I'm now 50, okay? And something just reminded me, took me back in time, my delicious little babies, yes? And I remember when it was so flipping busy. I mean, heaving was not the word, okay, my delicious babies. I mean, I'm talking about, one young lass, God love her. I never forget that either. Dark hair with a bob. I never forget it. She came in, she was absolutely paralytic. There we are, paralytic. I'm talking paralytic, okay? She sprawled herself across the seats, the booth, because it's like looked like a kind of an American, all comes from America, doesn't it? Like a kind of American seat kind of thing. So it wasn't seats, it was like, you know what I'm talking about, my delicious babies. And I thought, you know what? I thought, she's not well, Do you see what I mean? And like I said, I was only 15 then, okay? And at that time, it's like we had a completely different system because at that time, okay, it's like we used to go car nearer. So we used to give out the job over the radio, okay? This is how it used to work. We used to have one of those little radios, used to hold it. And then it had a stand and everything, but we used to hold it. And then, we'd get the call and everything, or if somebody came in, especially Fridays and Saturdays, because it was heaving, the club scene, there we are, was absolutely flipping heaving. Everywhere was buzzing. Do you see what I mean? From the top of Broad Street to the bottom, it was heaving, Okay, my delicious babies, you went deeper into Digbeth to everywhere. Irish Quarter, Chinese Quarter, everywhere. Okay, it was all heaving. Completely different, there we are, to what it is now. Okay, my delicious babies, anyway. So in this case, I'd said, so, you know, over the radio, and I said, you know, and then of course we used to always say, this is how it used to be. So anybody who's listening or who knows this, okay, my delicious babies, we always used to say, car nearer, like how near are you to where we are? Do you understand what I mean? Or to a destination where somebody needs to, you know, be picked up from to get to another destination, do you say? Okay? And I was thinking to myself that night, I'd never forget it, you know, and it all just come back to me. It's like everything was at the back of me noddle, do you see what I mean? It all just come back to the forefront. And I was thinking, you know, this younger woman is not well now, do you see what I mean? And this is not going to be a very nice ending for the taxi driver, do you say? So to try and get her, because no drivers really wanted to take her, and because they were so run off their feet, that's just figure of speech. My delicious babies, they would just run off their feet. They just thought, you know, because it's like one call, next call, next call. And of course, this went on from like, say, 5 o'clock in the evening. I mean, let me tell you, when I got there, I was busy from the moment I started to the moment I finished, okay? And I started like, 6 o'clock? And I never finished till like 4 in the morning, okay? My delicious babies, and that's at the age of 15, okay? And what happened was, and that doesn't mean no, by the way, okay? Always remember, what you've been taught is not always what it is, okay? So this driver comes in now, okay? And it took the driver and a member of the public to literally carry this woman, one at one end, one at the other, to get her into the car. Now, the taxi driver never wanted to do this, okay? My delicious babies. So this is not a good part of the job either, okay? These days, it's, there we are, a lot different, there we are, than what it used to be, okay? When I'm going back decades now, right? But he said, and I remember even saying to him, actually, there we are, I remember even saying it, I said, do you need some carrier bags, you know, like to put on, because you have to put her on the back seat, do you see what I mean, to lie down, and to put some carrier bags so that if she does project and vomit, she's clearly going to vomit on the bags rather than, you know, in his car. Well, it's still going to be in his car, very sadly. Anyway, as it turned out, oh dearie me. And before my shift had ended, there we are. I do believe, pretty sure, I never finished that morning. There we are, till 4:45. It was that flipping busy. Okay, so I couldn't not leave because there was nobody else to take over from me, do you see? He said, never do that to me again. He was so flipping vexed, you know, and angry. Do you understand what I mean? Because then he had to go home, so he could not continue his shift. Because a lot of taxi drivers, I mean, I'm not sure about now how they operate, okay, because they all seem to do different tasks. But before, it used to be where, you know, if they start at 7, they finish at 7 in the morning. You know, from 7 in the evening, okay, then till 7 in the morning. But he had to cut that short because, well, she projected, vomited all in his car. And then, God bless him, he had to get it all cleaned up. And of course, there was no one there. He's self-employed, so he never got paid for any cleaning products or anything, or to get his car cleaned, you know, so he had to do it himself. So anyway, he called up and flipped me, no joke, he rang, he was flipping so flipping vexed and angry. Mind you, I would be flipping vexed and angry, do you know what I mean? But, excuse me, he could have earned just that bit more, there we are, in 3/4 of an hour. Do you see what I mean? Well, 4:45, 6:45, 7, yes. So, well, an hour and 15 minutes. So he could have, yeah, 4:45, 6:45, yeah, an hour and 15 minutes. He could have earned more ka-ching, okay, in that time, okay, just to finish off his shift, okay. But those were the days where you used to pay for your radio, okay? Now, my dad worked for a few companies, okay? But he went where the cash was better, the ka-ching, where he could earn more. Do you see? So he started at one, went to another, thought, I can earn more. Do you know what I mean? There we are. And that's what he did, okay? So, and those were the days where you could earn a lot of ka-ching. Do you see what I mean? You pay for your radio, you know, you pay for, do you understand what I mean? But it's nothing like now. I mean, you got that many taxi firms. There we are. It's absolutely unreal, okay? So, well, I've just got war. It's like a taxi war. Do you understand what I mean? Because one's trying to get business from another. And the taxi firm that I use, okay, there's other taxi firms who are using them as well to get work. Can you see, my delicious babies? Can you see how it's all intertwined, okay? Anyway, so fast forward. So this evening, so I ordered a taxi, okay? Now, if a taxi driver in the dark, and there are taxi drivers, my delicious babies, who do have a ding, ding, dong, dong, noddle, common sense to get a little torch, okay, so that they can see. Okay, my delicious babies, to me, ding, ding, dong, dong, it's common sense, yes? Well, so I ordered a taxi, yes? Excuse me, was not parked out here, all the way down the road. So what I did, I waved, I went outside, I waved, okay? And I thought, well, he's just stood stationary. So I went down to him and I said, excuse me, please. I said, good evening. I said, surely to goodness you would have looked in your front mirror. He said, yes. I said, well, then therefore you would have seen me waving to you to reverse back. Is it not? Yes, it is, yes. I said, so you have blatantly ignored me. And I said, so let me tell you, I said, from this moment on, I never want to, because he never understood what I was saying. I said, from this moment on, I never want to see your birth trace. I said, meaning your face again. I said, never ever. I said, because if I ever order a taxi, I said, and I see your birth trace, I'll send you away. I said, I'm not spending, there we are, marketing with you. Okay, and he went, listen to me now, like this is how they talk to you now these days, my delicious babies, and that's with quite a lot of them, okay? You do have your really nice ones, not in that way, not in that way, but a lot of them, no, and a couple of years, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Now, he said, listen to me. I said, what do you mean, listen to me? Do you see what I mean, my delicious baby? So he turned around, he said, look, he said, my Google map, and this is... I said, never mind that. I said, why don't you go to a shop and go and buy a book? I said, you know, with a map in it, so you can look it up. Stop with the Google shit. I said, simple things now. I said, you're down the road. I said, and I'm up the flipping road. I said, why must I have to walk down to you? I said, let me tell you, I said, I'm going to leave it now. That's what I said, because I was getting really flipping angry and vexed, right? I said, I'm going to leave it now. I said, I never want to see you again, right? I said, you flipping damn rude, yeah. And I walked up the road, and then I called another taxi. The next one that come, my delicious babies, God bless, okay? He was really pleasant, okay? And of course, never ripped me off, never did nothing. Do you understand what I mean? I'm so glad I ain't going to flipping pay your man there when I have to walk all the way down the road. But this is not the first time, my delicious babies. For others of you out there, my delicious babies, okay, who catch taxis, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong. You're going to get where I'm coming from. There we are. Do you see? Okay? But this is happening more and more, you see, okay? Because drivers, there we are just not like how they used to be. For most of them, no, they're not. And even when I was talking to that taxi driver who took me down the road, he said, you're right, you're right. He said, they're just not the way they used to be. And he was a dear Asian man. And he said, they're just not the same. He said, I know what you're saying. Yes, because he's been a taxi driver for years, do you say? But a couple of years ago, just while I'm on the subject, then I'm going to come off my video, just to let you know, my babies, and I told this taxi driver as well, you know, who I was in the taxi with, I said, a couple of years ago, so a taxi driver said to me, wait for this, my delicious babies, wait for this. He said, I'm doing you a favour. He's doing me a favour, my delicious babies. I said, okay. I said, so if we look at your family or your friends or your work colleagues, I said, and they need a favour, like to take them down the road or to take them to a supermarket or to take them to an MOT place. I said, because you know them, it's like, I said, would you charge them? You know, ka-ching, would you charge him anything? He said, no. He said, because I'm doing it as a favour. I said, so then why now have you turned around to me and said that you are doing me a favour? I said, get it right. I said, to me, it sounds as though you're acting a lot like our putrid governments. And I told taxi driver this evening now, and I've told other ones as well, you know what I mean? Ding, ding, dong, dong, and they do get me. Do you see? I said, you serve us. I said, if we never paid for a taxi, you would not get paid. Get it right. I said, so do not come to me with, you know, that you're doing me a favour. Do you see to me, Madam? Baby said, anyway, I said, I cannot wait to get out of taxi, and that was a couple of years ago. Do you see to me? I could not wait to get out. Okay? And then he went to overcharge me. I said, how much is that, please? I said, call your office. I said, because I know, there we are, what the price is, and that was in daytime. I was going shopping. And I said, let me tell you, it was on Tuesday, so it was a Tuesday, right? And I said, look now, I said, I ain't paying that. I said, so you could take that off your flipping dog and burn, because I ain't paying it. Do you see to me? And furthermore, he never got no flipping effing tip either. Do you see to me, Madam babies? This is what's happening, you see. This is the problem that we've got, okay? And not being nasty, and I'm not being rude to any other different culture. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. I'm not racist, but I'm just not going down that road, okay? But this is what we got. And then you have other cultures coming now, yes, okay? And you've got a different generation, okay? So you've got the older generation, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, like that dear taxi driver who I was talking to. And then you've got, there we are, a different generation, okay? Where they seem to think that they're doing us favours, right? Just like the putrid government who seems to think that they're the masters, just like these, when really they are the servants. Okay, Madam babies, even when I was telling your taxi driver there this evening, I've told other ones and they said, yes, you are right. Because, you know, if we never paid them, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. They wouldn't have nothing. Do you see? Same as our putrid effing governments. Can you see? But this is what's going on. So it's like, it's meant to be like, you know, instead of them serving us, it's like I just said to your taxi driver there now. I said, all right. I said, so I'm a qualified angelic healer. I said, so when somebody comes to me for healing, right, I said, do I say to them, well, I'm doing you a favour? And he went, no. Do you see? I said, no. I said, what it is, I said, in fact, I said, I'm a saleswoman, you're a salesman. I said, we're all salesmen and women, okay? We're here to offer a service. I said, so therefore, if somebody comes to me, I am serving them. There we are. Can you see? Ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. You see? And then your driver there, God bless him, he got me turtly. Do you see? Okay, and that dear man's nearly 60 years of age. Do you see? So, this is what the situation is. It's like the putrid and the little lackeys are trying to make it like, you know, that us out here, that we must be grateful, you know, for these coming out to us. No. Do you know what I mean? If everybody went on flipping strike for a week, the taxi drivers wouldn't know what to do. The shops wouldn't know what to do. The putrid flipping lackey flipping effing governments wouldn't know what to do. Nobody would know what to do. The supermarkets wouldn't know what to do. Can you say, my delicious little babies, this is where we have to now, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense, turn it back around. There we are. Do you see? But I wasn't going to pay your man there. Not a chance. Why must I give him my change? Your first one there. When he said, yes, I seen you in me. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I must come to him, F off nicely. Do you know what I mean? But I said, don't come to me with this Google flipping chat. You know, go and get a flipping atlas, go and get a book, do you say? And then he's trying to talk to you, listen to me. That's how they talk to you. Listen to me, F off nicely. He may be able to talk to his missus like that or other customers, but I can well assure you now, my delicious babies, he ain't going to talk to me like it. I ain't going to put up with no shouting just before I go. You know, when I was 15 at the taxi rank, something I want to leave you with, my delicious little babies. There used to be a taxi driver, oh God bless the beautiful dear little souls, you know, back in the day, okay? Used to get a free lift home. So I used to get a free lift home, you know, and because of the hour and everything like that, okay? And I used to have a little natter to the taxi driver, and there was one taxi driver, God bless it, not in that way. And he absolutely, and you know, when he could take me home, because you never always had the same driver, you know what I mean? It was whoever was near to the base. That's what we used to call it, near to the base, do you see? And he used to say, do you like Belinda Carlisle? You know, the singer, Belinda Carlisle. Oh, here comes little Maisie. Hello, my beautiful little Maze. Yes, I think she was estimated in 1986, I do believe. Yeah, it's, what was it? Heaven Was a Place on Earth, and Circle in the Sand. Okay. Anyway, it's a case of what I say to you, my delicious babies. I keep repeating it. Take bits and pieces out of the song. This is not emotional. This is to look at the year, look at the years of the song, you look at everything as a whole, okay, and take bits and pieces, okay, my delicious babies. But that came back, all of this came back to me. It's like it was right at the back of my head, and then I thought, you know, it's coming to the forefront, yeah, and I'll never forget, I hope he's all right, that dear taxi driver, you know, but oh gosh, he absolutely idolised her. And then when he was driving me home, he used to blast Belinda Carlisle out of his car. He absolutely adored her, and he'd still be talking to me. But he said, I just love her so much. Oh, he's a dear Asian, taxi driver. Oh, he's a lovely man. But, you know, in that day, they would not touch your hair on your head like I was only 15. Not one of those taxi drivers would ever in a million years ever think of coming on to me or anything. No. To me, God love them. And I can honestly say that, okay? And if ever I'd met one again, you know, now I'm 50, I'll be like, oh, shake the hand, God love them. They would never touch your hair on your head, do you say? Those are the days where you could, what I call, well, you could trust taxi drivers. Like these days, I mean, I'm not saying that in my decades I have not had taxi drivers where they haven't tried to come on to you, because, you know, they do. And that's, there we are, the crack that they're at. And for anybody out there, my delicious little babies, whether you're a male or female, man or woman, you will know, there we are, you will know yourself that for some, they will try it. Do you see? But with me, I can honestly say, please, dear God, and thank you. I was very well looked after there. I was, you know. I was very, how can I explain it? It was like where companies used to, to appreciate. But these days, no. They do not. I mean, I used to have taxi drivers, like I said, when I was 15, and they used to come in and they used to say, you know, Carla, would you like some food? Would you like something to eat? And sometimes they used to bring me in something to eat just so that while I was working, they said, it's going to be a long night. Make sure you eat. Do you see what I mean? They go and get me something to eat. They never charged me nothing. Well, at that time, I mean, I never really earned a lot of money. I mean, I had a meal before I went out, But what they were saying is that throughout the night, and then sometimes they'd get me like little snacks, or they'd get me some food, or like a tray of food or something. Do you see what I mean? But they knew that I was only young and that I could not, pay for expensive things myself. Do you see? So they used to, there we are, God bless them, help me, but never once did any one of those dear gentlemen touch a hair on my head. But let me tell you something, and God bless them, and thank you to each and every one of them who brought me drinks, food, God bless them, and snacks and everything, okay? But at the same time, there we are, they treated me personally and the other operators with respect. There was none of this trying it on with you, none of nothing, but I just want you to remember Belinda Carlisle. I just want you to remember what I've just said. Okay, my delicious babies, and on that note, lights off. Okay, my delicious babies, that's the end of the video. So much love. I do not need to go through it all again, do I? My delicious babies, okay, because that's the end of my videos. But yes, just something that I just wanted to say. But yes, for any of you out there, no matter what country you're in, my delicious babies, whether it be the UK or otherwise, do not put up, there we are, with the effing shart that these putrid effing flipping come out with. Do you see what I mean? They must remember that they serve us. There we are, not the other way around, okay? But like I said, I serve when I do my healing. You could have, I don't know, a gas engineer, an electrician, a boiler man, a bricklayer. You could have anybody in any profession. They're serving somebody else, okay? And this is where, to me, my delicious babies, and I've been seeing it, there we are, and seeing it, where what's been happening is, it's like they're trying to turn it round. It's like we must beg. I ain't begging nobody, and I certainly don't beg any. You know what, I would rather stand there, in the snow and rain than flipping go and get in that taxi driver's car. That's how, there we are, how I feel about it, how stubborn I am. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? I would not flipping want it. Do you know what I mean? I ain't going to give him my change. And neither should anybody else out there, my delicious babies. If you are not, there we are, comfortable, whether it be a taxi driver, whether it be any other profession, and you are not happy with their service, okay, well, you just do the right thing now. And you just say, no. I ain't going to give my ka-ching, pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change to you. Get on your back, as we would say in the UK, and pedal fast. We're not having this. I can go to somebody else and have, there we are, a better service. Do you see, my delicious little babies? That's what I have to say. I mean, when I was in my jobs, my long-term jobs and everything, ones, I used to get it where, they come on a dog and burn, they'd only speak, there we are, they'd only speak to me. They said, because Carla, there we are, is going to get the job done. Do you see what I mean, my delicious? And when I stumbled then, I've got no reason to stumble, I'm just going well back in time now, decades ago, do you see? But that was the days, there we are, when jobs, there we are, used to get done properly. Okay, these days, and God bless the beautiful, dear little babies out there who work in all different jobs, whether you're shelf stacking, tills, or wherever you are, what you're doing, okay? God love you. You got your beautiful ones, there we are, who work super duper hard, okay? And then you got your others who are just as lazy as flipping F. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? They do not enjoy their job. They're not even nice to the customers. Well, then, like I said, F off nasty, get on your back and pedal fast, because nobody wants your assistance. End of. When I started in the working world, there we are, I started as I meant to go on. Do you see, my delicious babies? Okay, I was brought up, there we are, from a working, there we are, family. Do you see? And you grow up with respect for others and to do your job to the best of your ability. Do you see? Not to flipping F other ones over. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, or to F others about. That is not the way I operate. And I know many others, God bless the beautiful dear little hearts, who work super, there we are, super duper flipping hard. They would never do that to their dear customers or clients, never. But you've got others like these, and let me tell you, they need to be put in a damn place. And the way it's going, and especially in the world, my delicious babies, I'm so sorry to have to say that. So please, God, forgive me. I do not mean it in a nasty way. God bless everybody. But the numbers are going to be dropping. Okay? My delicious, there we are. Little babies. Okay? So they may very well find, I was a long time saying this anyway to other taxi drivers, and they agreed with me actually. Okay? That customers, God bless them, that they've been having, well, are no longer, very sadly, God bless the beautiful dear little hearts, going to be there. So then, who are they left with then? Are they left with the ones that, the ones like that one a couple of years ago said to me, oh, well, I'm doing you a favour. No, I'll tell you how it's going to be, my delicious babies. There we go, if I even say it. They're going to be begging. Do you see? Begging for the work. Do you see? My delicious babies, there we are. Done saying it. Do you see? But how I wish, when I look back, my delicious babies, there we are, how you could go back to those days, honestly, to when I was 15. You'd see a completely, even with the dear taxi drivers, God bless them. You had, you know, all different colours, black, white, Asian, do you understand what I mean? Just lovely, hard-working, there we are, gentlemen. All I wanted to do is pay for the radio, make sure that the car's clean and maintained, and go out into the job. These days, it's like, do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? There's a lot of taxi drivers that I would question right now, okay? The way that, there we are, that they act. Okay, my delicious babies, but for most, with me personally, well, you know, I've been blessed. Well, for most, you know, they're very nice gentlemen, but you do get ones, you know, some others do have them, where they seem to think, there we are, that they're better than everybody else, but they cannot even read an effing map. Do you see what I mean? They have to look on Google. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Go and get, there we are, an A to Z. That is the best way, isn't it now? And I remember, you know, my dad always looked at, you know, he loved geography, you know, he'd drive here, there and everywhere, do you see what I mean? But he used to, you know, he'd say, right, we're here, then we've got to go here, then we've got to go there. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, so whether it's the back roads, whether it's normal roads, whether it's a motorway, there we are. He just loved driving. Do you see? I'm pretty sure he still does now, do you see? But for these, no, everything's on a flipping effing dog and burn, isn't it now? Do you see? Anyway, so thank you for listening, my delicious babies. I'll say it's a quick video, but anyway, just get my point across. Anyway, so please, if you could please and thank you to anybody, please listen to these two videos, okay? Very interesting indeed. I have mentioned McDonald's a number of times, my delicious little babies. There we are. I've known about this a long time. Okay, my delicious babies. I should say no more. Okay, so until my next video, good night, wherever you are in the world. Please do rest well, my delicious little babies. How I love you all, so thank you so very much for listening to me, okay? So much love. God bless. No nice. Sleep well, my babies. Bye-bye.